I have squared the circle. That's the philosopher's stone. It's everything. The squaring of the circle. One waits a whole lifetime to understand that. Just understand the phrase, but to actually square the circle. And what is the squaring of the circle? The squaring of the circle is sexual intercourse. Let me repeat it. The squaring of the circle is the penis going into the vagina. Okay? Because it's the circle into the box. So let me just show that. The circle is the penis. That's the shape of a penis. And the square is a box. And you can see the circle goes into this box, and with movement there's a friction. There's an in and out with the circle in the square. You see? And the square gives the friction to the inside of the circle in movement. That's the squaring of the circle. Now, how we know it's a penis is because the tip of the penis is the yud, and inside my symbol, remember now my aleph is a yud, so my symbol is really, that tip is the whole of the penis. You see, or as they show, the glyph of the sun is the a dot in the middle of a symbol of a circle, and the square is the box, the vagina. Now, how did I get this? I got this from my two cherubim, because I found out in the Zohar that Meteron and Sandalphon are the two cherubim which are on the ark cover facing themselves. And these have a dual gender in them, because Meteron is with a mem, I spell it with a final mem to start. And that, to me, here is the box, which has a feminine component. And the Sandalphon, which is normatively feminine, and from Malkuth, here has the penis component. Because when you looked at these two, they appeared either male or female, and they appear both. It's like a bi-gender. And, well, this is a very big deal, that the sexual intercourse. And for me, these two, and so how did this occur? This occurred from the word, from the terms that I show here, as I did the atbash of Samek and Mem. So the atbash of the Mem of Samek is a het, letter het, and the atbash of the letter Mem is a yud. So het and yud is chai. Chai is the appellation, the name of the Sephira Yesod. So this whole thing is Yesod. So the two cherubim are really Chokhmah and Bina facing each other, mother and father, you see, facing each other. And when the male is facing male from Hokman, female from Bina, and what is the interconnection is the yesod of each. Of the male, the yesod is the penis. Of the female, the yesod is the box. You see the vagina, slang the box. And this round penis, which is usually revolves to the number 3, because pi is 3, you see? And the square relates to the number 4. So when you're doing 3s and 4s together, when you do the wrapping of the tefillin, you do 3 and then 4. And these are the two things, the circle and the square. Circle is 3 because pi is 3, and 4 because of the 4 sides of a square. And so these two things come together in the yesod. The yesod. Or think of it as sandal phone as malchus, which is an M, a mem down there anyway. And the 3 and the 4. And these 3 is actually the first 3 parts of the soul, which are recognized on the first 3 days, Yehida, Chaya, and Neshama. And after 3 days, they've left. And then the other 4 days of the Shiva period are the days of Ruach. And then the last, that's to get you to the 7th. And then the Neshama is 30 days away. But the 3 and the 4 are even in there are 7 wrappings. The 7th is 30 days away. Anyway, so in this 3 and 4, as the penis inside the box. And how did I get this last night? Well, let me make some comments here. That the Meteron is called youth. He's called youth. He's a lad. He's the boy. Na'ar is Nun Ayin Resh. That's 320. See, which is actually the hard dinam, and 320 is 314 of Shaddai, which is also a sexual name from Yesod, plus the 6 letters, it's 320, so those are the hard dinam. And remember, sandal phone is 280, that's the soft dinam. These are the 2 days of Leah, of on Rosh Hashanah, of Leah is the first day, that's the hard dinam, and Rachel on the second day, the soft dinam, that's 280. Those are the 5 final letters. The soft dinam from Bina. And this whole idea of the 2 together is 600, which is shofar, plus the 14 periks of the yad. And that yad is the real secret of the word yud, because poteek et yudecha mushbir l'kol ratzon. When you say the Ashrei poem, it's open up your yud and satisfy all desire. Because the yud is the tip of the penis, and it is the aleph. It's the real aleph. The aleph is the yud. So when we open up the aleph itself, we're opening up the penis. Even in Islam, when they show the alif as the vav, a vav is a penis symbol. And so here we are with both of these in the yesod. But even if you want to put sandal phone as malchus, it's the same thing. It's a malchus. It's the yesod of Meteron, and the malchus of Sandalphon. So again, it's Yesod and malchus. And these are the two cherubs. Cherub is spelt Kaf, Resh, Vav, Bet. That's 228 plus 4 letters, that's 232, which is Yud He Vav He in its 4 spellings. And there's great gender reversal here, you see, in these two cherubs. So I don't know if I gave enough of the idea. Let me show you again, is that the squaring of the circle is the squaring of the circle is the penis, because that's the shape of the penis, into the vagina, which is considered a box, and the friction within it. You see? And the seminal drop is also the yud. But this is it. Now, people are always talking about how to square the circle. That is it. It's the coming together of these two things. And Meteron is considered the lad or the youth. And Meteron is a very big deal here. You see. And these cherubs are always together. Meteron and Sandalphon. So let's see, 280, 314, 594. Yeah. So we'll leave it like that for the moment. But I've squared the circle. Let me add something at the end here. That last night, this is all started, how it came about. That I had Ein Soph. You see, I had Ein Soph because, you see, I think that everything there is no soul. I'm starting to believe that the Buddhist concept, the Pali word anatta, which means non-soul, of a non-individual soul. In other words, you don't exist. This is brought down to us by the concept of, in Judaism, non-soul. So I had Ein Soph. You see? So Ein is non. Judaism starts with the concept of non. You know? Ein. It's the first thing. Ein Soph. Now it's funny that the word Ein contains the word, if I change the aleph into a yud, which of course it's really made up of a yud, it becomes yud nun, which is yayin. And that's the thing that separates the men from the boys in Judaism. The Nazir doesn't drink yayin. He's away from yayin. And so we'll leave that as a nun, as a non here, and the concept of the anatta. And then I analyzed Soph. And so I looked at Soph not as a full spelling, but as a samek, vav, pei. A samek, vav, pei. So the way a samek looks is a circle. And remember, I have that as the snake biting its own tail. It's the circle with the penis in the mouth. So the circle is a samek, and then the vav is the penis, and the pei is the mouth. But I also gave another gematria here of samek, fully spelt out. It's 120. And then vav. I left vav itself, not as a complete word, but vav, samek, vav, full samek, vav, full spelling of pei. So I got samek, 120, vav, I left as 6, and then pei, 81. Pei aleph. And so what did I do? I added this together. Comes out to be 207, which is Ein Sof itself. Or Aleph Vav Resh. Because Ein Sof and Or have the same gematria. So I have here that there a negative Ein within Ein Sof itself, and the Soph. There's a negative in the negative. It's a double negative, and that's why it appears to be a soul. And we get the soul out of a negation of a negation. You see? Which is the Hegelian circle. So, in this sense, we have Ein Sof. You see? It's a negation of a negation at the highest, and that's how the soul is manifested. You can only have the soul from the aspect of anatta. The soul comes in later through the negation of Hegel. Or any mathematical thing. -1 times -1 equals +1. Now, strange, I was going to throw this in here. As a side, this is my big deal here. Ein Sof is the negation of the negation. And I've never said that. And nobody has. And when you negate the negate, you get a positive. Ein is the negation. There is none. It's the removal of Ein Sof. And when you do that, that's when you get the Atman. That's when you get the soul. So this all comes from squaring the circle. And it may come from almost what I'll call a petite mort of an orgasm. And the soul and the self does come out of orgasm. So the only way to acquire this negation of negation is the death of the self. The death of the self is the intercourse. Again, it's pretty beautiful.